So fine, good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Warm greetings to you all students. Welcome to our today's online class. Students, have you all revised till yesterday's portion? So have you all studied till yesterday's portion? So now we are studying about which chapter? Chapter 6, Specification and Abstraction. So before we are going to study about today's portions, just recall. So what are the things I have taught at the last class? Okay. So last class we have studied about algorithm design techniques, isn't it? So in algorithm design techniques, we have studied mainly 4 important things. So what are the things you have studied in algorithm design techniques? Just recall. First one is specification, then abstraction, third one is composition, fourth one is decomposition. So 4 things you have studied. Then you have studied detailed about specification. Specification and how you need to write or how you need to solve the problems in specification. So these are the things we have studied at the last class. So algorithm design techniques, very important question. So and also you need to know how you need to write the specification problems. Understand? So today we are going to study about specification format. Okay, so first title is specification format. Okay, so last class what I have taught the same thing only. Today also we are going to study specification format. So in specification format, how you will write the specification problems. Okay, so 3 formats you will write. How many formats are there to write specification problem? 3 formats. So what are the things? So if you study yesterday's portion means you can able to answer this question. So how many things you need to know to write the specification problem? What are the things you need to write? First, you need to write the name of the algorithm. Sorry, remember about yesterday's question? So what's yesterday's problem? What problem we have studied at the last class yesterday? So you are going to find out the quotient and remainder of the particular number. Are you remembering that one? So just recall that example, then it is very easy for you to study. So what are things you have studied in that example? First, so 3 things you need to note it down in specification format. First, what you need to write? Name of the algorithm. So in that example, so if your textbook, please take your textbook and note it down the example. So all of you take your textbooks and see the example last class I have taught now. Divide of 22 4 comma 22 or 5 comma 22, that example. Okay, so first you need to write name of the algorithm and the inputs. So what's the name of the algorithm in that example? Divide is the name of the algorithm. So how many inputs are there in that example? 22 comma 5, so 2 inputs. So first thing you need to write the name of the algorithm as well as the input. Second thing, the property of the input. So what property you have studied in that example? A should be an integer. That's the first property of an integer. And also B, the value of B need not to be a 0 because the number can't able to divide by 0. That's the property of input. Understand? So while you are studying theory, please understand the example and study. Then only you will get understand. Okay. So second format is you need to write the property of the input. Okay. Then third thing is desired input and output. Okay. So desired input and output relation. So what do you mean by desired input and output relation? That example you will write the same thing. Both the things you are writing in a same. What are the things? A is an integer. Then B not equal to, that means B is not allowed to 0. Then one formula I have studied is indeed A equal to Q plus R plus B, isn't it? Yes. That's the input, desired input output relation. Understand? So what are the specific important question this one? So same thing only they have given again and again. So if you study that first thing means it is very easy for you to study. Okay. So how many formats are there for the specification? Three. What are they? First, name of the algorithm and inputs. Then, property of the input. Then, desired input and output relation. Understood? This is the three formats you should specify in specification. Understand? So, listen, the same thing they have given in the theory. So, what's the first part they are given? First part is the name of the algorithm as well as input. How many inputs you are giving? That means 3 means 3 input. 4 means 4 input. Okay. Second part is the which one? Property of the input. So, what's the property of the numbers? Whether the number is a negative number or positive number or you are giving character or etc. Okay. Then, the input and that is third thing is what desired input and output relation. So always you will write the input and output relation starting with which one? Which is symbol? This double dash. What is that one? Yesterday we have studied about the double dash line. What is that one? Comments. What's the use of command line? Comments means only for your understanding. That means human understanding only you are giving that command lines. While you are executing the algorithm or executing the program in the computer won't take that line to execute. That line are only for your human understanding. Okay. So, this input and output relation, that inputs also you need to write with which is line? Command line. Then third one is input and output relation. So, that also you need to write with which one? With command line. Understand? So, what's the first step? Name of the algorithm you need to write as well as then inputs you need to write in command line as well as output also you need to write in command line. Okay. Then what's the important thing means both the input and output you need to write in English language with mathematical notation. Same thing only you are writing. Isn't it? A is an integer. That example you are writing, no? A is an integer. Then B is not allowed to 0. Then you are writing B greater than or equal to or less than or equal to 0. So same thing you need to write in both English letters as well as in mathematical notation. Understand? So this is the example for the specification. Like this they will give lot of examples, own examples they will ask and ask you to write the specification formats. So if you study the specification format thorough means only you can able to write any examples. Understand? So read the question. What's the question they are giving? Write the specification of an algorithm for computing the square root of a number. So what you are going to calculate? So you are going to calculate the square root of a number. Okay. So in specification, what's the first thing you need to write? You need to write the name of the algorithm. Isn't it? So that's the first step. So here they are giving the name of the algorithm is square root. Okay. What's the name of the algorithm? Square root. They are giving the name of the algorithm is square root. Then what's the second step? You need to give the input. Okay. So to square a number. To square a number, how many inputs will be there? For example, 2 square. That means 2 into 2. 3 square means 3 into 3. 4 square means 4 into 4. So any one number. Isn't it? So how many variables you need to declare? One variable. Understand? So for that they are giving the input variable as n. So what's the input variable now? N. Understand? Then next condition you are giving. Next what you need to write? Property of the input. So line by line. First name of the algorithm, that is square root you are giving. Then inputs. So input you are giving the variable n. Then property of the input. So what's the property of the input? The n should not be negative. Okay. What's the property they are giving? Means what number you are giving. Don't give the negative numbers. For example, n equal to 2 means 2 square, 2 into 2. But you are not allowed to give negative numbers. That means minus 2. N equal to minus 2 means that is not accessible. Okay, that's the property they have given. What's the property they are giving? N should not be negative. So that's the property of input. Input property you have given. What's the next step? So you need to give the output. Okay, so output you need to declare one variable. Input you are given in which variable? N. Likewise, you need to give one variable for output. Okay, So what variable you are giving in output means y. Okay, for example, n equal to 2 square. The value of the, what's the value? 4. That answer will be stored in which variable? Y. Okay, understand? For example, in the value of n you are giving 2 means that value 2 square, 2 into 2, 4. That 4 will be stored in which variable? Y. That variable we are calling as an output variable. Understand? Understand? So what are the things you have studied here? Specification algorithm. First you need to name the algorithm. For naming the algorithm, what name you have given? The name of the algorithm is square root. Then you need to give the input. So input, what variable you are giving? N. Then you need to give the property of the input. So what's the property? N should not be negative. So negative number is not accessible. Okay. Then you need to identify the output. So for that output, which variable you are giving? Y variable. The result, that means the squaring number result will be stored in which variable? Y. Okay. So now this is the algorithmic steps. So now we are going to write as an algorithm. Okay. Listen. First you need to write name of the algorithm. So square root. Then input. So what's the input? N. So like this format only you need to write all the specification algorithm. So whatever problems they ask for in a question paper, so you should write like this. Okay, first name of the algorithm, then inputs. What's the input variable here? N. Then inputs and outputs you need to declare in which line? Command line. So command line starts with double dash. So first you need to write the inputs, isn't it? Property of the input. So what's the property of the input? What property we are giving means n is a real number. What do you mean by real numbers? So real numbers means in maths already you have studied, isn't it? Real numbers, whole numbers. What do you mean by real numbers? So real number starts from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, isn't it? So likewise, what property you are giving means the input variable, property of the input is the n is a real number. N should be a real number. That they are giving n greater than or equal to 0. That means the value starts from 1, not less than 0. Understand? So, name of the algorithm over, input you have given, that also over, then property of the input also you have written. Okay. So, next thing you need to write property of the output. Okay. So, output also you need to write in which line? Command line. So, command line starts with how many dashes? 2 double dash. Okay. So, in output you are writing y is a real number. Y, because input you are giving real number. So, output also you will get only real number, isn't it? So, what number you are giving in a input, the same thing only you will get as an answer. For example, you are giving 2 square. So, what answer you will get? 4. So, 2 is also a real number. 4 is also a real number. Understand? So, what output you will get? The y is also a real number. So, that's the property of the output. So, what they are telling means y square equal to n. What's the meaning y square equal to n? So, you are giving the input variable n equal to 2. So, you are squaring. Your question is, you need to say square, isn't it? Square root of a number. So, 2 square. So, you need to square the output variable y square equal to n. So, understand now? So, what are things you are written? Name of the algorithm, then input variable, then inputs you need to write with command line. This is the property of the input. So, what's the property of the input? So, n is a real number. What's the condition you are giving? So, you have studied now. You should write in a English language, sentences as well as in mathematical notations. So, you are writing in sentence. N is a real number as well as same thing you are written in mathematical notations. N greater than or equal to 0. Then, output also similar way. Y is a real number such that you are giving in mathematical notation. So, y square equal to n. Y square, you are going to find a square root of a number. Understand? Yes. So, next thing, specification as contract. Okay. So, normally what's the meaning of contract? So, you might have know about this word, hear about this word, contract. Isn't it? What do you mean by contract? So, normally persons used to say building contracts, road contracts, isn't it? So, what's the meaning of contract? So, they, for example, particular engineer is going to build one big mall, okay, or big house. So, particular person will give some amount, or based on the contract they will give some amount, and based on they will give some ideas. So like this you need to build house. So all the things will need to take care by the engineer or contractor, isn't it? So what do you mean by contract now? Contract means just like a agreement. Okay, within this you need to build like this house or roads or like that. Okay, that's a contract. So now here we are going to study about specification contract. Okay, so here, so contract means how many persons will be there. For example, you are going to build one house. For that house you are giving a contract. So how many persons will be there? Particular person who owns the house will give contract to the engineer. So the person who owns the house, that is called one person. Then the engineer, that's a contract. So there's a two persons are there. Understand? So likewise, that's a normal thing, contract. Likewise, here if you are designing some softwares or designing some systems or designing some hardware things or anything, okay, so there also two persons will be there. Okay, like a building of like a building house, there is a two persons, the persons who own the land as well as the engineer. Likewise, you are going to design some softwares or design some hardware things, there is a two persons. Okay, who are them means designer as well as users. Designer means who is designing the particular software, that person we are calling as a designer. Who are the users? After designing the particular person, they will give or launch for the users. The users are using the algorithm we are calling as an users. Okay, so this contract will be done between whom and whom? Designer of the algorithm as well as users of the algorithm. Understand? So for example, mobile phones, you are now all of them have mobile phones, isn't it? So particular company will design one mobile phone. So after launching the mobile phone, you are buying some mobile phone. Okay, so the contract between whom and whom? The particular company of the mobile phone and the persons are you who is buying that particular mobile phone. That's called the contract between the particular company as well as you. Understand? Likewise, designing software also or designing algorithm also, the contract between two persons, between whom and whom? The designer of the who is designing the algorithm as well as who is using the algorithm. Understand? Then in this contract, what are the things need to specify means rights and responsibilities of the designer and the user. Okay, understand? Rights and responsibilities. What are the thing means? For example, best example I'll say. So you are wishing to buy one product from the online. Okay, otherwise leave it that one. So you are going to stitch one new cloth. Okay, so for stitching a new cloth, the cloth you will give to whom? Tailor. Isn't it? So listen, so you are going to buy one cloth and you are giving that cloth to stitching it to a tailor. So how many persons will be there? You as well as tailor. So the contract will be between whom and whom? You as well as tailor. Okay, that's the first point. Okay, then second point. Rights and responsibilities of the designer and the user. Listen, let's take that example. So you are giving the cloth to tailor and you will say, what are things you will say? These are the measurements. This model you need to stitch. So you will give some measurements and models, then colors, this and all things you need to say to whom? The tailor. That is rights and responsibility of you. Isn't it? So you having new cloth, you will have new cloth, then based on your thing or based on your idea, you are saying, so I need this cloth looks like this. Then measurement, this much of measurements I need. Then this kind of model I need. So that you are the responsibility and rights. You have the rights and responsibility to say these are the things to the tailor. Okay. Then that's the rights and responsibility of who? You, user, who buys the cloth. Then designer. Who is the designer now? Tailor. So you are saying all these measurements, models, everything. Based on that thing, the tailor needs to stitch. Tailor needs to state what measurements you have given, what models you are saying, what cloth you are giving. Based on your rights and that what are things, requirements that tailor needs to stitch. That's the rights and responsibility of the tailor. Here, the rights and responsibility of designer. Understand the second point? Rights and responsibilities. Okay, now understand. So you have lot of requirements. Based on that requirements, you are saying your requirements to a particular person. A tailor. The tailor will satisfy what are the requirements you are saying. That tailor need to satisfy your requirements. That's the rights and responsibility of designer and user. This is the simplest example. Here you are studying about designing of algorithm or software. Likewise, the persons will say some based on their requirements, they will say some rights and responsibilities to the designer. Based on that, the designer needs to design the algorithm. Understand? Now read the next point. The input satisfy the required properties is the responsibility of the user. The same example, input satisfy the required properties. That means, consider that example. What are the requirements you have? This kind of measurements, this kind of model. So, that's a property. That's the responsibility of you. But all the requirements need to satisfy by whom? Designer. That's the right of the designer. So please write with a pencil near to that paragraph in your book. Then only while you are studying you will get understand. Otherwise it is very tough for you to understand. Okay. So only I am saying this example. So don't write these things. What are the examples I am saying? Please don't write these things in your exam paper. Okay. So in exam paper what are things they have given in your textbook, that only you need to write. Please don't write these examples what I am explaining. Okay. This and all for your understanding only I explain. Okay. Then, listen, next thing. The input-output relation is the responsibility of the designer and right of the user. Read that point once again. Input-output relation. Same example. The same example, stitching a cloth between you and tailor. So, input-output relation. What's the relation between you and the tailor? So, you are giving the cloth to tailor. That's the response. What's the responsibility of the tailor? Needs to stitch the cloth very proper. What are the measurements you have given? Based on that, the particular designer or tailor needs to stitch. So that's the responsibility. So both of them have the responsibility. If you give the measurements correctly, based on that, the tailor will stitch the cloth correctly. So if you give the wrong measurements, the tailor will also stitch with the wrong measurement. So input-output relation means the responsibility. Whose responsibility will be there? Both of them have responsibilities between user as well as designer. Understand? So, next point, right? If the user fails to satisfy the property of input. So, if you are giving the cloth without saying measurement, without saying the model, simply you are giving the cloth to tailor and you are asking the tailor to stitch according to your wish, you can stitch. So the tailor will stitch according to their measurements, they will stitch and give the cloth to you. Whether you will agree? No. Surely their output will not be a good. The cloth will not be the measurement will be different, the model will be different, that is not fit for you. So the cloth becomes look ugly. That's not satisfying the user. Now read this point. So if you are giving fail to satisfy the property of input. So what are the inputs? What are the measurements you are giving? If you are saying the wrong thing, you are failed to give the particular correct things. The designer will also give what? Input-output relation also they will get as a wrong. Understand? So now with that example, please recall that example and study this as specification as contract. Then only you will get understand. Otherwise, it is very tough for you to study. So once again, so what's the first point? It is a contract between two persons, who is designing the algorithm as well as user. So designer as well as users. Okay. So next, what's the next point? Both of them have the rights and responsibilities. Whom? Designer as well as the user. Okay. So the property, input property needs to satisfy by the designer. The input and output relation is both having rights to designer. Both whom have the rights to have input output relation? Designer as well as user. So if the user fails to give the requirement, means you will get the output also and you will not get the desired output. Understand? So one time you read it. So once I am explaining, You will think it is very easy for you to study. We can understand. So easy to study. But while you are studying, you will feel tough. Now you will study. So you are studying for annual exam. After studying 10th and 11th chapters, you are revising this chapter means feel very, very tough to study. So only again and again telling, please write the examples near to that each heading. Okay. Read it now. Have you all read? Yes. So what are the things I have explained? The same thing they have given in a diagram base. Okay. So listen. So this is the user or that Taylor example you will take. So you are the person. Here whom the Taylor are here. In this example we are calling as a designer. So the particular user having the rights and responsibility to give what? Input. So likewise, if you are going to stitch a new cloth, you will have requirements, or you are having the responsibility to give correct measurements, correct designs, and you are having the particular user will have the rights and responsibility to give the inputs. Then the designer will have the rights and responsibility to satisfy your requirements. That's the property of input. What are the things you are given as a input? So based on that, the designer needs to satisfy your needs. That only they are given in the diagram. Understand? So the same thing already you have studied in square root of a number. The same thing they have given in the specification contract problem. Okay. So listen. So already you have studied, isn't it, square root problem? So what's the square root specification of algorithm? What's the name of that algorithm? Square root. Then input variable. What's the input? N. So then you need to input and output. You need to give in command lines. What's the input you are giving in is a real number. That means the value needs to be greater than 0. Then output. What's the output? If n is a real number means output also you will get as a real number. So what's the formula for calculating output? Y square equal to n. This and all already you have studied. So listen, the same thing they have given in specification contract. Okay, listen. So this algorithm, particular designer is designing for this algorithm. Okay, so designer, what's the responsibility of designer here? The designer needs to assign the given number as a non-negative. First itself we have said the number will not be a negative number. So first thing the designer needs to know. What's the designer needs to know? The given input need not to be a negative number. That's the first requirement. Understand? Then based on that, the designer will construct the algorithm. Understand what's the first requirement? The first requirement is the number need not to be a negative number. That is non-negative. Given number is a non-negative means positive number. Then the algorithm, the designer are going to construct the algorithm. Okay. Then so algorithm, the designer will design the algorithm based on this condition. With a positive number, the particular designer will design the algorithm. Then what's the user expectation? The output of the given number. You need to get the answer, isn't it? So the user are expecting the output with the what answer you will get? Square root. What number you are giving? That number you need the square root. That's the expectation of the user. So what output you need to expecting the output of the given number. The output will not be a negative number. Because first itself you are giving it is a non-negative number. But so whether you are giving non-negative number means whether you will get the negative number as output. If you are giving positive number means you will get the output also with a positive number. Okay. So if you are giving negative number means what output you will give? I am telling. So what your condition you are giving? So is a non-negative number. But if you are giving negative number means what output you will get? For example, minus 2 square. What output you will get? Minus 4 or plus 4? Minus 2 into minus 2? Plus 4. So non-negative, the negative number also if you are giving means you will get the positive square root. Okay. So if you are giving negative number means the output need not to be a negative number. The output will get as a positive number. Understand? So what are the things you have studied? So you are giving the contract, you are studying about specification contract to this problem. So what are the things you have studied? First you need to specify the algorithm name with the input. Then, so you are writing this as an algorithm with a command lines. What's the thing? Real number, that is need not to be a 0. Next, what output you are getting in a variable y. That is the formula to calculate y square equal to n. So the particular algorithm designer is what's the requirement requirement for the designer? The particular number you are giving us a not negative number, that is a non-negative positive number, that's a requirement. Then the designer is going to design the algorithm for the square root. Okay, then so the user expectation is need to get the output for the particular number. What's the output? Square root. So if you are giving the positive number, you will get the positive number as a output. But the output, if you are the negative number, if you are giving, you can't able to expect negative number as a output. Because it is a square, you will get a positive number as a output. Understand? So up to this specification over. Okay. So next we are going to study about abstraction. Okay. So abstraction is very easy compared to specification. Abstraction is very easy. Okay. So before they are entering into this abstraction details, they will give one simple problem. So simple example. So already you have studied in definition. What do you mean by abstraction? Abstraction means lot of things will be there in a problem, but you are not writing all the things. So for that only one example I said at the last class. In your mathematical exams, in a problem will contain lot of details. Addition, subtraction, divisions, everything. But you are not writing all the things in the main sheet of the answer. You will write the addition, subtraction, divisions, everything as a rough work. But important things only you will write in the main sheet of the paper. So that is abstraction. So you are going to visible or you are going to display only the important things or essential things and hiding the unnecessary things. That is called what? Abstraction. Understood? So for that one simple example first they have given. Okay. For example, you are going to ride on bicycle. Okay. So for riding the bicycle, what are the things you need to know first? You need to know the function of the pedal. So what's the use of pedal? That thing you need to know. Then brake. So what's the use of brake? If you touch the brake means the particular vehicle will stop. So if you're riding a bicycle means if you press the brake means the bicycle will stop. Then handlebar. So how many handles will be there? What's the use of handle? Then bell. So these are the basic things you need to know before riding a bicycle. Isn't it? So as a rider, as you are going to ride a bicycle, you should know this 4 features. But so if you take the bicycle means there are lot of details will be there. Only whether these 4 things will be there in bicycle? No. Bicycle will contain wheels. Bicycle will contain seats. Then lot of cables. Then dynamo. Then a lot of things are there in bicycle. But while you are going to ride a bicycle, you will not bother about all the things. You will not bother about that wheels. You will not bother about that iron rods. You will not bother about other things or wires or cables or anything. But you will bother about only these 4 features. Okay. So why they are given this example means just a thing is, so in a bicycle lot of details will be there, but while you are going to ride a bicycle, so you will know this only this 4 features. These 4 things only you should know. If you are not thorough about these 4 features means any person can ride the bicycle. You will not bother about any other detail. That is called abstraction. Okay. So that and all remaining things and all is not important for your riding. So if you are learning a ride for a bicycle, you are not bothered about remaining things. Only you will know about these 4 things. So this is called what? Abstraction. So only the essential details you are taking and you are learning about the essential details and hiding the remaining things. That is called what? Abstraction. Okay. Likewise, if you take an algorithm, so algorithms are problems. The problems will also contain lot of details, but you will not take all the details. Only important things you will note here. Okay. That is called abstraction. Understand? So this is the definition for abstraction. Now read the definition. Abstraction is the process of ignoring or hiding irrelevant details. That means not much important details. Not much important details. That and all you are not going to bother. Only essential features you need to done. Now read it. It's a process of ignoring or hiding irrelevant details and modeling the problem only by its essential features. That is called what? Abstraction. Understand about now abstraction? So, in that same thing they have given in our daily life also. Okay, daily life also they have given this abstraction problems. So, our life also there will be a lot of problems will be there. Okay, all the persons. So, all the persons life if you are taking means all the persons life have lot of problems. Without problems any man is there? In the world without problems any man is there? Only God is there, isn't it? So, without problem no one is there in the world. So, each and every humans will have some problems. So like abstractions, we need to implement abstractions in our life also. What do you mean by abstraction? We need to take only what are the things, that are the much important things we need to take in your mind. So what are things no need to, for example, 2 or 3 ladies will talk with them, among them. Okay, they will always talk about other persons. Whether that is necessary? No. So only their things they need to see and their things need to take care. That's the important thing. So in our life also we will take always the most important things we need to take and store in our mind. So unimportant things we are not bother about that, then only we can improve in our life also. So only they are giving in everyday life also we will have lot of complexity problems. So which is a mental tool for humans, which is a mental tool? Brain is the mental tool. Okay, so brain is a mental tool that we always need to don't give much complex to our brain. So always need to take that requirements, that important problems are important things you need to take in your mind, unimportant things you know take inside the mind. Okay, so for that one example they have given. Okay, so what example they have given means, so for simply we are telling doctors. Okay, so doctor can give medicine for all types of diseases, isn't it? So next, if we enter into the hospital, so normally what's the work of a doctor? Doctor will give medicines for our disease. If you enter into the hospital, you can see a board in front of the hospital. They will put on board, in board heading they will put for separate departments. Okay, for orthopedic they will give one name, one doctor name. Then ENT one doctor name. Then neurology one doctor name. Then heart specialist doctor. Likewise, each and everything they will give separate specialist. Isn't it? So, but medicine is a common thing. The doctor, what's the meaning of doctor? Doctor will give medicines for our disease. That's a common thing. But if you are entering into the hospital, you will go to, so if whatever disease you have, based on that disease, you need to go to the specialist. Isn't it? There. So that only they are giving. So the medicine, the different specialists will work with different parts of a human body, isn't it? So what's the use of orthopedician? Ortho doctor will see about ortho. That means skeletal system. So gastroenterologist checks with what? Digestive system. Physiotherapy means it will the particular doctor will give physio. That means muscular system. So abstraction means here, so lot of things will be there. Which thing? That means ortho doctor will be there, then ENT doctor is there, physio doctor is there. Based on your needs, that will lot of details, lot of doctors are there. Based on your disease, you need to go to the particular section. For example, you will have some problem in skeletal system or you will have pain in your bone. So which doctor you will prefer to see? Ortho doctor. Whether you will go gastroenterologist doctor to see? No. So based on that, so that's a lot of doctors are there. That means lot of details are there. But based on your requirements, you are going to see that. Understand, that is called abstraction. Okay. So here in algorithms, how you are going to define means, so each that state you are defining by variables. Already you have studied state. What do you mean by state? State means immediately you need to recall the example traffic signals. Traffic signal, how many states are there? 3. Green, amber and red. So that is a state. So each things you are representing in 3 variables. Maybe A, B, C or green, red or amber. Then next thing you need to write as a functions. What do you mean by functions? Functions means which example you need to recall? Big paragraph is there. You are feeling tough to study that paragraph. So you are splitting the paragraph into 2 or 3 parts. So each part we are calling as a functions. Understand? So in specification problems, how you will represent? Represent the state by variables and algorithms to functions. Understand? So if an algorithmic designer, the designer needs to take which are the essential things are taken by the algorithm to design the problem. Unnecessary details, no need to take it. If unnecessary details also if the algorithm take means that it will make the problems more complicated. Okay. So and also the problem needs to satisfy input output relation. Already you have studied the input output relation needs to satisfy. Okay. So unnecessary details we no need to bother, only essential details then and the input output relation you need to get. Okay. So up to this today's portion enough. The remaining things that's the next heading. So we can continue in the next class. Please, what are things I got taught today? Specification we have completed today and also abstraction I have started. Please study specification, abstraction. What are things I got taught today? This is a homework. The specific algorithm design techniques very important that you study and write, as well as specification. The 2 problems, square root of a number. Okay, this is square root of a number as well as subtraction. So please study and write today. So okay, this is a homework for you. Thank you students. Remaining we can continue in next class. Thank you.